In this video we're going to remove the mount plate motor. Please refer to the video that's created to remove your capping station before you go ahead and try to remove this mount plate motor. There's 4 screws you pretty much want to remove. There's one right in this slot here. You may want to grab a Phillips head screwdriver long enough to reach from one end to the other, and you're just going to remove the Phillips head screwdriver or screw that's on the bottom. Then there's another screw pretty much resting in this corner here. You're just going to pull that one out. It's a longer one. Finally, you have 2 more resting on the top. And you want to pretty much put those screws away because you're going to use them to put them back onto the machine. And then you're going to slide the whole mount plate motor out. Please ensure that you do not lose this piece here, because you will need to use it on your new mount plate motor piece. Also, this little piece here, do not lose this one. The new one is going to have it, so you don't need the old one, but you definitely need that piece to be able to move the rest of your gears. So now once you've traced it back out, then you're ready to pretty much remove it and install the new one back by following the old one and putting it back into your motherboard slot. So once you've already plugged in your mount plate motor into the motherboard, we are now ready to reinstall the motherboard. The mount plate motor. Your mount plate motor will not come with this piece, so you will need to use your older mount plate motor piece to replace it and slide it into the slot here. Always make sure that this little gear here does not pop out, otherwise it's going to create a lot of errors for you when you do go turn on your machine. So now what you're going to do is you're going to line up as best as you can. There's a hole right down here that pretty much allows this bar to slide into. So we're going to slide this bar here into this slot here on this hole, and then that'll pretty much give me a guide of how I have to pretty much slide and move everything in. Alright, once you have everything in, you will notice that everything is okay by the screws resting slots here. So once you have the screw slots lined up, you know that you have your mount plate motor in, and then you can go ahead and pretty much screw everything back in one at a time, and make sure you put all 4 screws back in. So once you have all your screws in, you want to make sure everything is pretty much aligned. Also making sure that this gear here is in place, because it can slide out when the mount plate motor is not in place. And then I like to just turn these gears here just to make sure that the top small gear is moving. And then finally, your last step would be to review the video of removing your capping station and reinstalling the capping station assembly unit and turning on your machine.